When you are first diagnosed with cancer, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, and you might wonder how you'll even make it through treatments. So it's a surprise to many cancer patients when they find out about all the services available to help them not just survive their treatments, but thrive in the midst of them. In this video, you hear from Doug and Shannon about the services they access to help them live well despite cancer. You will also hear from a dietitian and psychologist about the services they can offer to help you live well through your treatments. So let's get started.
One of the things that I got to do as part of my cancer journey was participate in an exercise program with other head and neck cancer patients. And we found that to be, both my wife and I got to participate in an exercise program. We went to exercise classes probably 3 days a week. And besides the benefits of having exercise, we had the benefit of meeting other cancer patients who were either slightly ahead of me or slightly behind me on their journey through treatment. So we found that really helpful. We were able to talk to somebody who was, say, 2 weeks ahead of me and able to understand what kind of symptoms they were experiencing and then therefore what kind of symptoms we might expect.
So my daughter was 9 when I found out I had cancer. Her first question was, "Are you going to lose your hair?" And I said, "Most likely," and I did. So that was for a 9-year-old girl. That was quite traumatic. But I would have good weeks and I'd have bad weeks. So the week right after chemotherapy, I would stay with my parents and they would help me parent her. Also, she was able to go to her dad's, so there was support there. And then on my good weeks, we would come home and life would be somewhat normal. It was surprising that I would have good days, and they weren't always perfect, but I think in comparison to the days that were hard, I really used my good days to enjoy life and go and visit people and get stuff done that needed to get done and just feel normal for a brief moment before I went back into chemo again. One thing that has really helped me going through this is finding different things that I can do with my limited mobility abilities and fatigue. And I've always been creative. I've now recently got into photography and I'm really loving it. I'm just still a newbie, but I love exploring this new art and craft and having fun with it. And I do a lot of that with my daughter and she loves, it's just something we can do together without making a big production of going out somewhere and just being able to just enjoy that.
The most important thing during treatment is to get adequate calories and protein. Protein is really important to support your muscle mass, your strength, your immune system, and overall so your body can heal from treatment. During systemic treatment, it's very important to keep your body very well hydrated. You need water to help digest all the foods that you're eating and help to move the foods through your bowels. Hydration also helps to support your appetite. Hydration helps you sleep. And most importantly, hydration helps you eliminate the toxins from your body. One of the most helpful tips I think that people will get out of seeing a dietitian is discussing the benefits of meal planning. Nutrition can tend to be an afterthought and they don't think about it until they're feeling sick and they realize, oh, I can't eat. Everything tastes yucky. What am I gonna do? I can't think of what to eat. There's nothing in my kitchen, nothing prepared. So I really encourage people to think ahead before treatment when they're still feeling good and prepare some little meals that can be just kept in the freezer. And not only meals, but snacky type foods like muffins that you can doctor up to add more calories and protein. Energy balls have become a really popular food for people to make, and there's tons of recipes available on the internet. They can even go as far as making a weekly meal plan and write down all the types of foods that they have in their fridge and say, okay, on Monday, I'm gonna have this, on Tuesday, I'm gonna have that, and then when it comes to Tuesday at dinner time, there's no real thought process there, it's all planned out for them. Friends and family that want to offer support but they don't really know how to, making some meal prep ahead is a really great idea. If you're looking for more information about nutrition and managing your side effects, please look into attending one of the nutrition classes that are available throughout the centers. Alternatively, you can contact your healthcare provider and ask for a referral to a dietitian.
With chemo, you're not going to be feeling very good probably, and so one of the biggest things is to be gentle with yourself and have compassion for yourself, realizing that taking that time to rest is important for your body to heal. Really taking care of yourself and setting those boundaries. So not saying yes, not overextending yourself, asking people for help, delegating, doing what you can, I'm a big proponent of. Breathing seems really like a simple strategy, but it can be extremely effective. So just even taking a deep breath and then a slow, controlled exhale, that's where your blood pressure is going to come back down and you're going to get that relaxing effect. You can just do the counting without the breathing if you want. You can maybe clench your fists, clench them for a count of 3 or something, and then release. When you do that, intentionally creating the tension in your hands, it's like you're sending all that energy into your hands, and then the release, you feel that sense of calm and relaxation. Humor is one of the best stress reliefs out there that you can call upon to kind of give you that little boost. It can be really helpful to just give you a little break from all the negativity. When you're going through cancer treatment, oftentimes the last thing that you feel like doing, the last thing that's on your mind, is keeping up that sexual intimacy with your partner, with yourself. You're feeling not very good. And so what we often recommend is, first of all, keeping that communication open with your partner, talking about it, how you're feeling, how they're doing, and thinking about other ways that you can keep the closeness going, even if the libido is lower, the desire is lower, you're not feeling very good. There's other creative ways that you can get close with your partner, holding hands, cuddling, and even just the talking to create that emotional closeness can be really helpful. In Alberta, we have psychologists and spiritual care counselors and social workers available to you, and again, to your support network. So whoever's in that, family, friends, spouses, children, you can talk to your providers, nurses, physicians, and ask about referrals to psychology service. If you have any financial stressors, which often come up as part of cancer and cancer treatment, our social workers are a wealth of knowledge. Treatment and stress related to treatment is so different for different people that not any one strategy is going to work for everybody. So there's lots of different strategies for coping with stress, and you just got to pick the one or ones that seem to work best for you. And if none of the strategies seem to be working because it's too much, then just ask for help and access all those good resources for help.
I really tried to focus on staying positive, not letting a bad moment get me down too much. And try to remember that, I tried to be mindful, like just live in the moment. People say you should live day to day. I tried to live moment to moment because I knew if I was having a bad moment or a nauseous moment that it wasn't going to last forever. An hour from now I'd feel better and, things would be better. So I really just tried to focus on the moment.
Those tiny little moments are really what gets you through that. And if you can grasp as many of those really great moments as you can, though they may be fewer, they become a lot more precious.
My advice to cancer patients is to really take advantage of the resources that are available at your local cancer center.
The one thing I've learned through all of my appointments, and the one thing I've really grown to be able to do for myself, is become my own advocate for my own health. And that means asking lots of questions, and I still ask questions even though I am 5 years into this. I ask different questions than I did, but and none of them are stupid. Well, some of them are stupid, but the doctor still answers them, so.
While going through cancer treatments, you can have some very hard days. But as Shannon mentioned, she was surprised that she was able to enjoy good days as well. Doug talked about how great it was to do an exercise program with other people who were going through the same treatments. And by talking with them, he was able to learn more about what he could expect in his own cancer experience. This video touched on some great tips about eating well and managing the stress that you may be feeling. If these are areas that you struggle with during your treatments, make sure to reach out to your healthcare team for additional resources. It's also really important to stop using tobacco and to keep as physically active as you can to enhance your well-being during systemic treatments. Finally, remember that your life may look different, but you do not need to put it on hold. You can continue to do many meaningful activities during treatments, and hopefully they'll become healthy habits for the rest of your life. I wish you all the best, and good luck.